The Galactic Academy's combat theory classroom fell silent as Instructor Vexter clicked his mandibles in disapproval. His compound eyes swept across the assembled cadets, a mix of species from 40 different worlds, all training to serve in the Interstellar Defense Coalition. Today, the insectoid instructor announced, we discuss theoretical combat scenarios involving physical altercations. In the back row, Jasmine Chen suppressed a yawn. Beside her, Kevin Matthews was already dozing off, his head propped against his palm. They were the only 2 humans in a class of 35 cadets, and after 6 months at the academy, the constant lectures on theoretical combat were wearing thin. A Krillian cadet named Zexstar raised one of his 4 arms. Instructor, with all respect, why do we study primitive physical combat? We have energy weapons, plasma shields, neural disruptors. Because Vexter interrupted. His antennae twitching technology fails. What then? Zexstar's crystalline skin shimmered with amusement. Then superior species prevail. The strong survive. His gaze drifted mockingly toward the 2 humans, while the weak do not. Jasmine's eyes narrowed. Kevin sat up straighter. The tension in the room shifted. It was no secret that many alien cadets viewed humans as fragile newcomers their homeworld only recently discovered. Their species admitted to the academy as a diplomatic courtesy rather than merit. The humans, Zexstar continued, emboldened by snickers from his fellow Krillians, would not last 30 seconds in actual combat. Their world has barely 1 point to gravity. They have no natural armor, no venom, no enhanced musculature. Enough, Vexter said, but his tone lacked conviction. Zex. Single quotes. Tar stood, his 2-meter frame towering. I propose a demonstration, a simple sparring match, hand to hand, no weapons. 10 of us. He gestured to his Krillian companions and a group of Thaxian cadets against the 2 humans. The classroom erupted in excited chittering and harmonics. Kevin glanced at Jasmine. She shrugged. Your call. He stood slowly, rolling his shoulders. Sure, why not? Vexter's mandibles clicked nervously. This is highly irregular. It's educational, Zexstar said smoothly. Practical application of theory. Isn't that what we're here for? 5 minutes later, the classroom furniture had been pushed aside, creating an improvised sparring area. 10 alien cadets faced 2 humans. The size difference was comical. The smallest Thaxian still outweighed Kevin by 20 kilos of dense muscle. Rules are simple, Zexstar announced. No lethal force. Fight until submission or unconsciousness. Begin when. Jasmine didn't wait for him to finish. She crossed the distance to the nearest Thaxian in 2 explosive strides, her fist driving into the junction where his neck met his shoulder. The alien's eyes widened in shock as his nervous system misfired. He dropped like a stone. The room froze for half a second, then chaos erupted. A Krillian lunged at Kevin. He grabbed the alien's extended arm and used the creature's own momentum to slam him face first into the floor. Chitin cracked against metal. 2 more aliens rushed Jasmine simultaneously. She dropped low, sweeping the legs out from under the first while driving her elbow upward into the second solar plexus. Both went down gasping. What the aliens hadn't understood, what no amount of lectures could have taught them, was that humans came from a depth. Earth's gravity was punishing. Its atmosphere was corrosive. Its predators were relentless, and humanity had clawed its way to the top of that brutal food chain through sheer, bloody-minded determination. Every human carried the legacy of 100,000 generations of survivors. A Thaxian managed to grab Kevin from behind, 4 arms wrapping around his torso. Kevin threw his head back, breaking the alien's nose, then dropped his weight suddenly. As they fell, he twisted, elbowing the Thaxian in the ribs with impacts that would have shattered human bones. The alien's grip loosened. Kevin rolled free and delivered a hammer fist to the temple that ended the fight. Jasmine ducked under a wild swing, noting the telegraph in her opponent's shoulder. Aliens from low-gravity worlds had never needed to learn economy of movement. Every motion was broadcast, every attack predictable. She countered with a tight combination body. Head end. Another cadet fell. The aliens were stronger, denser, more durable, but they'd never had to fight for survival. They'd never developed martial arts, never refined violence into science. Their combat was theoretical. Human combat was ancestral. 30 seconds in, 6 aliens were down. Zexstar himself charged at Kevin, crystalline fists swinging. Kevin bobbed, weaved, and then did something that made the watching instructor's mandibles fall open. He accepted a body blow, letting the Krillian's fist connect with his ribs, while simultaneously driving his own fist into Zexstar's throat. The alien stumbled back, choking, confused. On his world, that exchange should have broken the human's ribs. Instead, Kevin stood firm, breathing hard but grinning. Shock absorption, Kevin said. Evolution's a hell of a thing. Jasmine finished her 4th opponent with a knee strike and immediately pivoted to help Kevin, but he waved her off. The last 3 aliens, including Zexstar, were backing away, their aggressive postures replaced by defensive ones. I submit, one of the Thaxians said quickly, raising all 4 hands. I also submit, the other added. Zexstar stood alone, his crystalline skin no longer shimmering with confidence. This is impossible. You're from a light gravity world. You're supposed to be weak. 1.2 gravity isn't light. Jasmine said, breathing only slightly harder than normal. Earth is heavy. Every step we take we're lifting against gravity that would crush most of you. We're not weak. She smiled without humor. We're compressed springs. Zextar looked at the 9 aliens groaning on the floor, then back at the 2 humans who weren't even winded. Slowly, he lowered his arms. I submit. Instructor Vexter clicked his mandibles slowly. Class dismissed. Except you 2, he pointed at Jasmine and Kevin. My office. Now as they followed the instructor out, Kevin muttered, "Think we're in trouble?" Jasmine shrugged. "Worth it." Behind them, alien cadets were helping each other up, their conversations filled with new respect and not a little fear for the species. They'd so recently mocked Dot in the instructor's office. Vexter turned to face them. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then his mandibles spread in what might have been a smile. "Welcome to advanced combat training," he said. "You start Monday, and you'll be teaching it." Kevin and Jasmine exchanged glances. "Yes, sir," they said in unison. Sometimes the best lessons weren't theoretical at all.